Alright guys, today we're going to do volume of triangular prisms and cylinders. This should be our last, I believe, video for geometry before our test. So if the title, I know some of them are still missing, so if you don't have the title written down, go ahead and do that. I know there's this Y looking thing here. I was highlighting at my desk. That is a mistake, so just ignore it because I'm too lazy to walk to the printer right now. Print a new one. Okay, so for volume, we should remember that volume of a figure is how much a figure could like hold. And today for prisms, we're going to know that any prism, volume is going to equal the area of the base times the height of the prism. We learned that yesterday when we talked about rectangular prisms. Volume of cylinders is going to be a little bit different, but not really that much different once you get into it. It's still going to be pretty much the area of the base, but remember, the base of a cylinder is a circle, so we don't call that area. Well, we still call it area, but it's going to use pi, which is going to make it a little different. So why don't we go ahead and just jump right into it. We're starting with the cylinder today. So to find the volume of the cylinder, or a cylinder, you're going to need to know the radius of the base and the height of a cylinder. They did not actually draw. Usually they draw the figure. So here, if we had a cylinder, pardon my terrible math skills, you guys know this by now. It's not so terrible. Okay, so my radius here, from my center to the outside of the line, is going to be 3 inches. And then my height is 5 inches. So the first thing I need to do is find the area of the base, which is going to be that, remember that volume is going to be V equals capital B times H. So capital B is going to be area of the base. And to find area of a triangle, I do pi r squared. If I didn't remember, I could actually jump back in my notes to areas of a circle. Area of a circle. All right, so here, I know that pi is going to stay the same. But then r squared is going to be, let's plug in, or it's going to be 3 squared. So my base is going to be 9 pi. Well, I got to figure out what that would be as a number. Let's go ahead and use 3.14 times 9. 9 times 4 is 36. 9 times 1 is 9. Plus 3 is 12. 9 times 3 is 27. Plus 1 is 28. I have 2 numbers after the decimal, so I'm going to move over 2 spaces. So far, I know that my area of the base is going to be 28.26 inches, and since it's area, I'm going to write squared. Now that I know what that base has an area of, or that B is, I can go ahead and plug in for the rest of my volume. So V equals B, capital B times H. So V equals 28.26 times the height of my cylinder. What's my height? 5. I'm going to come over here because I don't know that off the top of my head. 5 times 6 is 30. 5 times 2 is 10. Plus 3 is 13. 5 times 8 is 40. Plus 1 is 41. 5 times 2 is 10. Plus 4 is 14. And again, 2 numbers after the decimal, so I'm going to move over 2 spaces. Here, my volume is going to equal 141.30 inches cubed because I'm talking about volume now. All right, knowing that the volume or the base here, okay, sorry, let me try that again. Now we're going to find the volume of a triangular prism. We know that the base is going to have a height of 2 centimeters and a base of 3 centimeters because it is a triangle. Our height of our entire prism is going to be 8. So we need to find the area of the base. So we're knowing that it's a triangle. And to find the area of a triangle, it's 1/2 lowercase b times h, where lowercase b is just the base of the base. I want you guys to try to find the base area. So pause, and when you're ready, hit play. Just step 1. Okay. So base equals 1/2 our base, which is 3, times height, which is 2. So this equals 1/2 times 6. 1/2 times 6 over 1, because that's how I write 6 wholes. 1 times 6 is 6. 2 times 1 is 2. That's an improper fraction. 6 divided by 2 is going to equal 3 centimeters squared. Now I want you guys to use the volume formula, the fact that we know what our base area is, and I want you to try to solve for the volume of this triangular prism. So go ahead and hit pause and hit play when you're done. Okay, so here, if my volume is base of my triangle, my prism, which I know is 3 centimeters, times the height, which the height of the prism is 8, it's going to equal 24 centimeters cubed. You guys have 2 cylinders and 2 triangular prisms to try, and then you have a word problem. You do not have to worry about doing the problems on the back, just these 5 problems. Have a good night.